All right, this one's for the real ones out there. And if you guys haven't heard this before, and the quality of this video doesn't grab you right away, I encourage you to stick around and listen to this because this is going to be awesome. I Can't Have You Blues.
I can't have you blue.
Alice in Chains.
Yo!
1988. And boy, do they look it. I've been trying my best to not pause right at the beginning of stuff, but look at this, dude. You couldn't tell me that was Alice in Chains. And I mean, I wouldn't believe that. Who's this? Who's this guy? Who is this guy, dude? Who's Layne here in the middle? Look at this Layne. I've never seen this Layne. Tank top, dude, and then Jerry. They're all curly headed. It's like the 80s, your hair just came out curly, and then the 90s it straightens up. All right. Let's keep it going. This is 80s metal right here.
I can't have you, I can't have you blue.
This is like Twisted Sister or something.
I can't have you, I can't have you. Nothing's the same, need my fix of you. A crack in the mirror, picture split too.
Okay, I get.
No, I can't believe you slipped away. Been drinking too much to the time forget to pay. And if I always try to do all the things you want me to, I'd be laughing myself into you in a way. If I always try to do all the things you want me to, I'd be laughing myself into you in a way.
Come on, feel the noise. Girls, rock your boys. Dude, his voice is still Layne, and I read this in a book somewhere, a million times through actually, is when you first starting music, you emulate the greats, and they're like, okay, it's 1988, this is what bands look like, this is what bands do, so we're gonna do it. And that put them on the first level. They're playing a dope show right here. They're playing to a nice crowd. I imagine, I actually have no idea, but they're on video in 88. So if you're being filmed in 88, although it does look like just a handy cam, but my point is they're emulating someone else right now. They're being copycats, which is not the worst thing in the world. It's actually pretty smart. If you're an artist out there and you're just getting started, copy. What's the quote? The more people you copy, it's not that? Benny says that's not it. Onward. They're still doing their harmony. They're started off the right.
I can't have you, I can't have you. Nothing's the same, need me a fix of you.
Of you!
A crack in the mirror, picture split too. No, I can't believe you stepped away.
And that bass is intense looking.
Been drinking too much to the time forget to pay. And if I always try to do all the things you want me to, I've been laughing myself into you in a way.
That's unique right there. That part, that chord progression's nice.
Nothing stays the same. The endless game.
All right, before the solo, you know what I noticed? That's a Jack Daniels shirt, ain't it? 1988 Jack Daniels shirt, nothing cooler than a Jack Daniels tank top. Okay, the guitar, the dun 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 dun. I wonder if they're even tuned to E flat yet. A crack in the mirror, picture paper too. Right? It's Chuck with this tone and this guitar. It's Chuck Berry, but that's essentially the next iteration of the blues, right? Blues goes into rock, and this is like the metal. So it's like the 13th iteration of the blues, but it's still doing the junk 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 junk. Whoa! Even does some squealies, some Zach Wilds in there. Listen. Go back. I think it's right here. I'll find it. Wow. Listen again. Wow. Again, I apologize about the recording quality, but there's plenty of good recording quality videos that we've listened to, but we got to hit everything, and this is a secret. This is a cheat code in here. Let's keep it going. Let's get to that solo. Let's see what Jerry's sounding like. Sounds like the solo's going to be a little quiet. Solo, dude. Oh shit. He dropped the mic, dude. This is so encouraging. This band goes on to become the greatest band of all time, and I'm not saying that they're bad here, but it's so familiar. I've put on glasses before and dropped the mic. You know what I mean? I've put on a hat, been like, yeah, drop the mic. It's so funny, and you can hear it clean as day here. Clear as day. Also, look at Mike Starr, and I'm pretty sure like 90% it's Mike Starr, but I never know if it's Mike Starr or Mike Inez, and I should be dragged out in the street and shot in front of my friends and family for that. However, we're going to go with Mike Starr on bass. Correct me if I'm wrong. He looks like Yngwie Malmsteen, dude. Look at him. Look at that. Dude, I've never seen Layne with that kind of humanity, that kind of normalcy. Usually he's a rock god to me. In this moment, he's just another guy. Let's get it. He just laughs it off and keeps going. Gives it his best lick. The recording quality ain't great. Oh, there's tons of cameras. This is not a handy cam. This is a production, baby. That's what production sounded like back in the day, man. I have to go where he drops the mic again. I need to get a screenshot of this moment right here. He kicks the stand at the bass, I think. Okay, so look, watch it. He does the no. He's trying to be a rock star. He's trying to do his moment. Sean Kinney on drums. Look at that. He looks like damn Vince Neil back there. They all are so 80s, and it's amazing. Okay. For those of you that aren't musicians, this is the last technical thing. This might sound like out of time to you. Let's listen. Those are called triplets, and I find that, first of all, growing up in the metal world, people think these are triplets. Just because there's 3 notes. No, triplets are 3 evenly spaced notes in the span of a 4-note. So, 2, 3. I can't have you. I can't have you. Blues 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. In the same 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Blues. So he sings as if it's still 4, and they're all playing 3 notes in the span of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Benny hates when I dive into theory. Sorry, bud. All right, let's finish. Whoa! He's not as sharp on his notes. He's still dope. He's still got his voice, but he's not as good as he is 10 years from this, right? He definitely dives in, and it's weird. I always think of this because, you know, I'm a singer as well because of Layne. I first heard that, and I'm like, I want to try. I want to do that. And here we are 20 years later still trying. But what I'm trying to get at is he was on heavy drugs, man. How do you do the vocal practice? And, you know, for me, it was like I was playing like, I don't know, 100 plus gigs a year. So that's easy because I can practice every day, also go live and realize that none of my practice is working. Go back to the woodshed, try some other muscles in here, try some other vowel modifications, go out and do the same songs again. Boom, same songs again. Boom, same songs again with different techniques. It's such a grind and it's slow improvement. But that's probably what happens when you're in a famous touring band. He has all this time to practice because you're live, you know what I mean? It's just, I still think it'd be hard to play a show at night, wake up the next day, probably start doing your drugs, and then what? I mean, how's he doing all that as a rock star? You know what I mean? You have to be. You almost have to be. Maybe not, but like, well, from what I'm hearing here in 1988, he put work in. Right? This is a fine singer, don't get me wrong, but he put so much work in to not only hit pitch, but to not blow your voice out. He's pushing so hard here, and later he doesn't push as hard. Check out any of the Unplugged videos. I've done a bunch so far. You've already heard them, I'm sure. If you've watched the video this far, you know the Unplugged. His voice isn't pushing there. It's clean. I would love to give you examples. I should stop recording these in the morning. But instead of, I can't have you, he goes, I can't have you, I can't have your blows. That's my best example. But that was a cleaner version of not blowing it out. But when your guitars and drums are behind you, you blow it out. Even the other day, I did a blues gig. But it was so hard, I ended up pushing a little bit. And I was like, damn, I thought I trained this out of me. So all that to say, Layne is a professional-ass singer. Not just a naturally gifted voice, but a professional a worksman, he works. You know what to do. Like and subscribe, comment below what you want to listen to next. Peace.